I suppose, Andy, would you like to share with the group what your new hammer does?
No.
Nope.
I knew he'd say no. As soon as you offered, it'd be like, that's going to be a fucking no. Because
Okay.
Andy is nothing if not in this particular character. I would say not just in general, but Andy.
I could share.
Close-minded and selfish.
I mean, I could share as well, but I think
You
Andy
just
would
say
like.
Andy is
to go
close-minded
first.
and selfish.
As Nugget, I'm not calling you that. I'm calling Nugget that.
Yeah, Nugget is definitely.
I'm not just being horrible to you.
This is where Andy is internally thinking, I've been trying to roleplay Nuggets. They're lovely and friendly.
Yeah, I've just been myself.
Oh dear. Oh,
I have exploding dice now.
indeed.
Oh, nice.
Anybody here not know what exploding dice do? Just to double check.
What does exploding dice do?
So, if you roll a dice and you have exploding dice and you get the maximum roll on that dice, you get to roll another one of those dice.
Ah.
Infinite
So,
stack.
yes, there is hypothetically, you could roll infinite damage. You could roll any number of damage. It's just the odds get rapidly lower. So,
Well, that was my thing. In the worlds of probabilities, do the odds
Mhm.
decrease with every roll? I'd say no.
No.
well, each individual roll is its own individual event. So no, the probability of any individual dice roll rolling an 8 is the same on your D8. But when you take them as a series, the probability gets lower and lower and lower.
Yeah,
obviously.
because to roll the fourth one, you have had to have rolled 3 in
You
a row
have
already.
to have rolled you have to have rolled 3, 2, and 1.
It's the dice. It's the one die that you roll that on that you roll again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
see.
if you have like a sword that does 2d6 damage and you roll 2 6s, you can roll 2d6s again.
Yes, I see.
Exploding dice is basically better on weapons that do more damage.
Yeah. In general, you want more and smaller dice for exploding dice.
Like a 3d4 is.
Yeah, a 3d4 is infinitely better than 1d12 with exploding dice because statistically you will just get more damage out of it.
Right.
Ooh.
There are no
So
weapons
yes.
that do 3d4 damage as standard, but there you go.
No, but when has that ever stopped me? So
Statistically is a quite tricky word to say.
Have you ever given anyone a 3d4 damage weapon?
Sorry?
Have you ever made a 3d4 damage weapon?
I have a gigantic folder full of weapons I made. I probably have.
There.
Right then. If we're all here, are we all here? Are we all ready?
Yeah, I'll come on to roll 20.
Thank you kindly. In which case, while we wait for Andy to sign on to Roll20, who wants to share with the group what happened last week?
We wrecked some neutral bastards.
Yeah. We got into the molten core, and we came across the
That was in the Chamber of Enchantment.
Sorry. Yeah, so we went into the Chamber of Enchantment, where we spied some neutral League of Neutrality foes who were trying to empower the weapons that they had. It didn't really work. And then we attacked them and quite handily fisted them.
Sure. I don't recall that moment of the fight, but okay.
Yeah.
Handy fisting.
Yeah,
push their shit in, as they say. And then Nugget stuck his weapon in a hole / thing in the ground, and then it enchanted it with. Now it basically has a burning sensation, and that's how I'm going to describe how he got his weapon enchanted. Is he stuck his weapon in a hole and now it burns?
So Nugget has enchanted his dick. Okay.
And that's how I met your mother.
Yep. He didn't stick it in a hole, though. I want to make that clear, but all right.
No, but it's just funnier that way, isn't it?
I mean, I suppose, yes. Begrudgingly, fine.
Yeah. There were runes and a charm.
And Nugget's children does Frogspawn.
Well, yes. He's grown.
Don't forget we have a new member of our party.
Do we?
Oh, yes. You, yes, the cat's fingered someone.
Kuna Supreme.
Tuna Supreme has joined the party.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Who should now have a fully functioning token and everything like
Ooh.
that. You should be able to drag them on. Do you want to just drag it onto the map and test it? Just make sure everything
Yes.
works. Excellent. Oh, hang on. What is it? Oh, yeah, no, yeah. It has the target on it to remind people to feel free to target it or not target
Oh
it.
wow, Tuna Supreme has an actual thing. Yeah, I'm reading
Yeah,
it now.
indeed. Oh, excellent. Right.
Oh, there's no bio for Tuna Supreme. God damn
No,
it.
it's a zombie that you
Hang on, I'll write a bio for
have
Tuna Supreme.
stolen. I mean, yes, feel free, I suppose. I think it's just got the generic zombie stuff in there.
I want to know how this fellow came to be.
All right, it's
Got
a female
fingered by a cat.
dragonborn, so yeah. Take from that what you will. Oh dear. Right. We'll tell you what. We'll stick on that one.
You can be a fellow of a society and still be a woman.
Indeed. Right. So you
That
have
was
now.
not giving a fuck about what you just said, Tom. Sam.
I think that was Dom not even
yeah,
really
to be honest
listening
with
to
you,
what we
yeah.
said.
That's Dom like, I don't care.
I don't care. I'm moving on. Right. So you have made it to the entrance to the Molten Core. It is kind of comparative with the rest of the city. This is just a rough-hewn cave that just tunnels deeper into the mountain. The rock here rapidly has just become very, very rough. It's a very dark, pitch black rock, and the tunnel leads you down. While there is no light, you can just feel an overwhelming warmth coming from inside the tunnel.
Is it a friendly warmth?
I remembered another thing that happened last session. that we met.
Stuffy warmth. What was that, Sam?
In counterance to previous suggestions that we don't have a healer, I did make efforts to heal the entire party.
You did, yes. And then there was also a spell you wanted to cast, but I told you not to. And the reason I told you not to is because the entire chat has become spammed up with stuff as I was testing various things.
I mean, I spammed it enough to remember to know that it'll be there.
Oh, I spammed it a lot more.
You've all screwed me, haven't you? You've intentionally.
I don't know.
Not
what
intentionally.
It
but
wasn't
was a happy
intentionally.
accident.
I
Yeah,
genuinely have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have to go onto another page to find anything from last session. I intentionally spammed a bunch of stuff to fill the chat log.
Yeah, I'm seeing command just over and over and over again.
Yep.
Oh, you literally.
It turns out Ed's spell list is...
Nothing to see here. Go about your day. There is actually also nothing to see. It's all whispers. Right. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Wow,
But I
that's
spammed
petty.
it enough times. I wasn't doing it to hide from you. It was protection from energy.
I approve the pettiness.
It wasn't really pettiness. It was genuinely. I was like, shit. I don't know who can see this stuff, so I'm just gonna spam a fuck ton.
Fair enough.
Like,
What was I going to cast?
protection from energy. I just told you.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were
Yeah.
saying that's what you were casting.
No. No, I just used Ed's spell list whenever I need to spam the chat log a bunch. That's why there's a bunch of commands in there.
Alright.
Thanks, Ed.
There was a lot of very wordy spells in there.
Yeah, it's useful for me to just keep an eye on Ed's spell list because it has a habit of screwing me. So
Sometimes,
You
even
know,
though when
yeah.
you know, it still screws you.
even when I know, even when it happens the session before, I walk right into it and Ed successfully charms me. It's just
When it happens the session before, and we remind you about it at the beginning of the session.
What,
and
like
then I
with the tank?
still fucking walk into it. Yeah.
So, who's going to get fire resistance? Doesn't someone already have fire resistance?
I've got fire resistance.
Tom has fire resistance. Yep.
All right, so the cats are fine. I don't know whether to give it to myself or one of the Bulgarians.
You be called as Bulgarians.
What's your problem with the Bulgarians?
I
Tom,
don't
you're the
have
one
a
who likes
problem.
killing Bulgarians,
I
so
don't like
maybe
comics.
don't.
I don't have a problem with Bulgarians.
I don't like conics.
Would it be
That's
sensible to give it to
fine.
somebody who's a bit more squishy? Like,
When you say that, I feel like they're
Jean.
less likely to take damage because they're probably going to be hiding anyway.
You have to remember though that if Gene takes a good fireball to him, he will turn
yeah,
into jerky.
because
But
I think
Would
fire.
you be jelly
kindling.
anyway?
Yeah, about
Okay.
80%. Yeah.
Yeah, like is resistance going to do anything? It's probably going to be dead anyway. Like,
Well, I'm
I am
thinking
far from all damage, all fucking
Fire damage is
Fighting
probably less likely, and this is pure speculation, to be coming from a direct impact from a weapon. It's more likely to be like a spell or an effect, right? Which is likely to be
Yeah,
range.
but depending on what we're fighting, they may just do straight up fire damage fighting melee hits.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just proposing. At the end of the day, it's your spell. You can do what you want with it.
It's a tough call.
Again, there's like a low breeze of warm air constantly emanating out of this tunnel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are we?
So anything you want to do before you head in?
Does anybody specifically want to put their hat in the ring?
Can we have a short rest?
Yeah, I think
if there's
everyone wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, if there's a big fiery thing, I'm probably going to run at it.
Sure, short rest.
Okay, so you can probably take a short rest. You think possibly the safest option is you just go a little way into the tunnel so you are hidden. But again, you're not far enough in that it's much of a harm, so you can take a short rest. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
I
sir.
asked that specific question last session and you told me no.
Oh, don't you?
I told you no, so
No,
I told you no when you were explicitly
my shit healing people
on
who
the-
couldn't have a short rest.
you were on the walkway. Like you
forget,
Yeah,
Sam. He's
yeah,
DR. His
You're
word is law.
self-reporting.
I was told I couldn't have a short rest, so I put a lot of effort into making everyone get full health, and now we're
We've forgotten all that now.
Yeah.
okay.
I haven't. Genuinely, you were on a really narrow walkway. It was not really a place to take a 30-minute rest. You can take one here. There may be consequences. There may not.
Everyone give Sam a medal. Come on.
Right.
Put
Do
your-
you
put
want
your
to
cape-
take
put
a
your cape
short
away,
rest?
Sam?
Do you
don't
want to
mind
take a
either way.
short rest?
I don't mind either way. I think
I
I'll
want a short rest.
I would like to take a short rest.
The warlocks would appreciate.
The warlocks would appreciate a short rest. Great. Okay then. Everybody take a short rest and roll me stealth, please.
Dig.
Oh no! Oh wait,
Stealth, you
maybe.
say?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very stealthy.
I would like to give.
That's
bardic
one
inspiration
fail
to
by
Nugget.
Ragnar. That's a one passed
Bardic,
by Court. That's a pass
Bardic
by G.
inspiration.
I need to open my character
Oh.
sheet.
Pass by Nugget.
Stealth.
Can I
It's passed by Salem. Yep.
use my Not Shady Build Book of Flayed?
Once per day
Yeah.
to give yourself advantage on stealth, persuasion, sleight of hand, or intimidation for 1 minute. Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Which makes it a flat roll with your armor, doesn't it? So,
Oh.
I mean, that is a fail. But you've got, 2 failures and 4 successes. So as a party, you are okay. You are able to take a short rest.
Does Tuna Supreme need to take a roll?
I'm going to say no, otherwise we'll be here for 45 minutes while Ed does all of his characters.
Okay.
Yeah. And I assume as a zombie, much like Ed, they could just kind of lie on the ground and be a corpse. You know, that's probably quite convincing.
Just the corpse.
I mean,
chilling
Colin's
out.
just stood there, yeah.
I'm just a regular corpse. Don't mind me, officer.
Just a friendly neighbourhood skeleton doing the
I know
rounds.
it. I swear
Yeah.
there's no alcohol in my blood system because I have no blood.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, officer. It's not my blood.
It's
Right.
borrowed for the occasion.
Try and get a sample.
So you have successfully taken a short rest. You have hidden
Max health.
while you were crouching down to. It doesn't just heal you up to max health, Tom.
Isn't
You
it?
have to roll hit.
No, you have to roll hit die if you want to heal
Oh,
on a short
fuck.
rest.
I forgot that. That's a long rest, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a long rest. Yeah.
Oh, whoops. And I'm full health.
I'm so,
Excellent.
I'm so annoyed I wasted all my lay on hands points.
Well, yeah. I'm not. Anyway, while you're kind of crouching and taking a bit of a rest, you do see a patrol of guards that kind of march up and down this span that's kind of the main route to the cave entrance. It appears they do patrol it a bit, and they are very heavily armored. You notice, but not they don't get far enough in. You're just far enough in the cave that by staying quiet and not moving too much, you are able to avoid them. So with that, you can now head deeper into the cave system. Now, how are you looking to navigate this? because it is going to get very, very dark.
Pure chance.
Okay,
Yeah,
we have a vote of pure chance from the cats. Any advance on pure chance? Otherwise, you're going to start rolling
I'll be
a lot of
sending
dice.
Sheila ahead
Okay.
I've
because she
got
has blind sense.
Oh, she does,
I've
doesn't she?
got
Yeah.
dark vision, and I would like to
Mhm.
just
So do I.
like stealth ahead.
Okay, so you want to be ahead of the party, sneaking.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's all right.
fair enough then. Yeah, if you want to roll stealth,
Mm.
and I guess have Sheila roll stealth as well.
Sure.
I know it's not actually a nat one because of your thingy, but I just think 26 and
In red.
25 is your nat one. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Yeah, okay. All right, Court, you are far enough ahead that you can kind of keep.
Oh, and can I do my psychic whispers for remaining in contact with everyone?
Oh yeah, how does that? Have you got a card for that? How does that work?
Yes. Let me just do that for you now.
Oh, God.
Oh god, why is everything so long with you? Why have you still got all the flavor text in here? God damn it!
Just copy and paste it.
I'm reading through it. I'm like 3 sentences in. I still don't know what it does. Okay, so you can speak telepathically with how many creatures? Is it just one? Or...
It says action. You can choose one or more creatures you can see, up to the number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus.
What's your proficiency?
5.
Okay, so is that yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm sorry, I was looking at the party and I was like, oh, I think that's everyone. And then I saw Tom and I was like, I'm not gonna touch that. It's a hive mind. Or if you want, you can just communicate with 5 cats.
They'll all answer in unison.
It'll be one of the cats. Specifically, I'm going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick Salem. Salem's my favorite name in there so far.
I enjoy how Salem is the most like, I would say witchy name, but there is Lucy in there.
Yeah.
But like, and then all the others very rapidly just turned into things that you would name your cats.
Like Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze is a good one.
Patrick Swayze is a great name for a cat. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So.
And I've got the dice roll, so it's 9 hours I can do that for.
Okay, excellent. Right, so you are up ahead, communicating with the rest of the party. As you're kind of going through, it is, it's a lot of like quite narrow caves, but with your dark vision, you can kind of navigate quite well. Ed, you said you've got dark vision as well. Who else actually has? Does anybody not have dark vision in this party?
Oh, I don't have dark vision. I have blind sense.
You have blind sense?
Yeah, he got it.
You gave it to me.
I did, didn't I? Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah. Isn't it only like 20 feet of?
30 feet.
Oh, okay, 30 feet. Fair enough.
I don't think I do.
I've
You
got
actually
vision.
not.
Blind sight, 30
I don't
feet,
think
yeah.
dinosaurs get dark vision, do they?
I don't know. I'm gonna have a quick check because
I mean, I can always
don't
cast
know.
light, but I feel that I don't want to
You
right now.
can if you want. You know.
Nah, I'm good.
You don't want to?
Yeah, no, they
Go
don't.
on, do it. They actually don't. Okay, right. So you don't have
sorry, no,
dark vision.
They do in the monster manual, but not in the PC character. Like,
That's okay. Sure.
yeah, so
Fair
the
enough.
monsters version do, but the
Yeah.
players don't.
It's the
Cost of being civilized.
It's the difference in
I was
diet,
going to say
really.
the cost of sentience. All right. Fair enough. Well, yeah. I was going to say most of you. What about Nugget? Do you have dark vision, Andy?
I don't think so.
Let me have a
I mean,
quick.
I mean, frogs
Um,
probably do. But
Frogs probably do.
I don't think I do. I think this frog does.
I mean, frogs are notorious nocturnal predators. Oh wait,
Can frogs see in the dark? Most frogs see well only at a distance, but they have
They
excellent
don't.
night vision.
It doesn't look like they do according to this.
yeah, I was going to say I'm looking at the actual grung thing. I don't think they do. Either way, so essentially there are two of you who don't have dark vision of some degree.
Frogs not. Their frogs do.
Well, yeah, but you're
No, I
a
know.
ground-
I'm not. I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm
Okay.
arguing. I'm
The creator
questioning.
of that.
You're gonna argue with some frogs.
Yeah.
Go up to
And he's
some
gonna-
frogs. You shouldn't be able to see me, you prick.
And he's going to do an experiment where he's like getting frogs in the dark doing stuff, and then send the entire paper to the guy who created the Grung character.
Yeah, little known fact. That's actually what Tom's
PhD was
Tom's
on.
doctorate was about. Yeah,
Frogs
yeah.
nocturnal anyway.
What?
Aren't frogs like nocturnal?
Summer.
I don't know. Honestly, I have not thought about frogs as much as this conversation right now before. So, yeah.
What's the most? How often do you think about frogs per
This
year?
is not
do
a
you reckon?
conversation for this setting.
Once every 3 months.
Either way, moving
3
on.
months.
Moving on. Before you are in a cave, I could drop rocks on this party really easily.
I reckon 6 months.
Oh, you're gonna lose some cats, Tom.
Yeah.
As you kind of advance further down the cave, you've got so there are a few of you who can't see, so I'll say you kind of can light a torch, but kind of you keep Dan up in front or Court up in front. He's scouting, so you'll know if you need to extinguish that torch. You've all got psychic communication together via the kobold, so you know that helps. Dan, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Wisdom saving throw. Yes,
Yeah.
I can. I don't really want to, but
No, you know,
that's not
yeah.
bad.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a
Can
17.
you jump down a channel? Thanks, man.
I think
Yeah.
no, he's gone off on his own, isn't he?
Now we
He's
can
just in
talk
front of the
about-
party. So
now we
I'll
can
be
talk
right back.
about frog thinking, can we?
He's within 10 feet of me, yeah. If he's in 10 feet.
Yeah,
of me.
now we can talk
I
about frog.
reckon 6 months.
6 months is no. You think about frogs more than that, man.
Probably only this D&D campaign is the reason why I probably think about it more than every 6 months.
Just sitting at the
What
bottom of
about
the garden
frog
looking for character inspiration.
I always really enjoy the optimism.
I reckon I think about frogs every 3 months.
What?
And then, like 30 seconds later, they're talking.
What do you think about them?
I missed that, Ed. Does Bo
Bo said she loves the optimism of Dom saying, moving on, and then 30 seconds later, people are still talking about frogs.
still talking about frogs?
Okay, is anyone? I bet no one else thinks. If your character wasn't a frog, how often would you think about frogs?
I told you about every 3 months.
Okay, what about Ed
Frogs?
and Richard?
I mean, probably weekly, in large part to Nugget.
But if it wasn't D&D,
Remove Nugget from the
yeah,
thinkings.
It would.
I
probably
wouldn't
go
say
down
as
to one.
little as 6 months, because, you know, every now and then you get a picture of what I'd say
Yeah.
a month or two.
I think a month is too frequent to think
I
about
don't
frogs.
think about frogs a month.
But that's what do we mean by thinking about frogs? Do we need to sit there and really ponder them, or just have a passing
just
thought of like,
a frog,
oh,
just
that's a frog?
cheeky little frog thought.
No, that's what I mean. I think a lot of those can pass through quite easy. You just need to see a picture of a frog for it to happen.
Are we counting see a picture of a frog?
Does that count?
Well,
Yeah.
it depends if you see that picture of a frog and you stop for a second to think, oh, look at its leg, or oh, look at its eyes, or if you just go past it. If you just move on, then you're not thinking about that frog.
I feel like I don't think about a real frog. I just look, oh, that's a frog.
All right, cancel the.
I think about. I look at it and I think about bits of it.
You think about. Why do you think about bits of frogs?
I don't know. But anyway,
Is he eating frog legs?
guys. So, I don't know how to describe this to you guys, but I just have the feeling that we're in an area that used to be maybe like the lair or just like the hiding place of a very powerful dragon.
Frog.
Oh,
And I don't know if it's still alive, but I know that it's angry.
Uh-oh.
or at least it was angry, so it might not be angry anymore. If it's not alive anymore, but it's just
Might be pretty
anger.
chill.
It's-
Rage was the word I would use to describe it.
Good.
So we should probably find it, if I'm honest.
Mm, mm.
Because we've already put down one dragon, 2 dragons, in fact, actually.
Have you?
Well, one was like the dream dragon.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
Really early on.
I mean,
What?
if we want a sacrificial pawn, Colin's ready to go.
Well, I'm not. I'm going to kind of follow the feeling of where it is. But like, I can't tell
you
you.
definitely feel like you could possibly navigate towards the source of this feeling.
So I think
It's a
think
bit
we
of a
should do that.
honeycomb of tunnels.
I think we should do that. Because
Sure.
I've got a bone to pick with some dragons.
Dragons
When
do
you
love gold.
They do, and they don't care about the little guy, as evidenced by me. I'm going to try and follow and direct people in the direction of the dragon.
Okay.
Or the vibe that the dragon is giving. Or used to.
I
Give.
know where Sheila is, so if Sheila's with
Yep.
you, then I can, direct the main group.
Okay, that's good. So you're going to keep with the plan of keeping Court out in front, scouting you guys further behind, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just fiddling with some things. So, kind of Court, as you lead them kind of further and further into the tunnels, then following this feeling and making sure that where you're taking them is relatively safe, keeping yourself to the shadows, and kind of pouring through. You spend probably a few hours kind of traveling through these tunnels. Do you want to roll me a survival check, please, with advantage?
Survival check with advantage.
See if you can navigate successfully.
Oof.
It's a good thing you got advantage, because otherwise the answer would have been no. So you you head through a few tunnels. You definitely kind of feel the pull coming from some other tunnels, but you also feel as you kind of poke yourself around those, you feel that the ground is unstable, so you avoid those and take what you think might be a bit more of a circuitous route, but is definitely a safer route.
Okay.
And after a little bit, you find yourself that the black rock that was previously above you has started to kind of pale now. It's kind of gotten a lot more. It's almost like a thick layer of dust on the ground now as you've gotten here. It's much paler. And there's even, you can see kind of occasional drips of water are running down here. It doesn't feel anywhere near as warm as it was previously. It's still definitely warm. That's no illusions otherwise about that. And then as you round a corner, you see above you what you very, very quickly identify is a massive bone. And I'm going to move you onto a map as you rapidly piece it all together and realize that what you have come across, as I'll let you zoom out and adjust and whatnot,
Ooh.
is the skeleton of a dragon trapped over a crevasse.
Skellington.
Skellington.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I love skeletons.
Good.
I shall call him Jack.
Is it considerably cooler than it was?
It's still warm. It's still it's warmer than it should be in a cave sort of thing. But it's definitely cooler than when you were kind of surrounded by lava.
Are these mushrooms?
They are indeed.
Can I try and walk over to get closer to it?
Okay. As you approach, I'm just going to say, Dan, the feeling that you've been getting is not coming from this body.
Oh, okay.
This is just appears to be another dragon. And as you kind of approach closer, in front of you, you do notice. I've got to find it now. Hang on. You do notice what appears to be a a figure on a horse stood silently by the edge of the crevasse.
Crevasse.
I am
Indeed.
going to creep.
Boy,
up
Mush, what's
as
going on
close to the
here?
spirit as I can.
Mhm.
That's all right. So I'm going to kind of creep up to here. Do you need me to roll stealth at all? Are you happy with the previous roll?
If you roll stealth again for this specific one.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, right. That's because of your right. I was thinking, what are the odds? That's brilliant.
It turns out very high.
it's pretty good actually. Yeah.
About 50% is what the odds are.
All right. Let's see if he spots you. He does not. Yeah, with a 25, your odds were pretty good on that. So you can see in front of you there is a what looks to be kind of a knight on a horse. The knight is dressed in what you would probably describe as stereotypically evil armor. His horse is similarly draped in kind of, armor with lots of skulls on, lots of spikes, that sort of thing. And you do also notice that both the man and the horse are ever so slightly transparent. This appears to be a
Metal.
spirit of some kind. So you've successfully hidden from the spirit, so he doesn't know you're there.
I am going to step out and
Mhm.
greet the spirit.
Okay, certainly. What are you saying then?
I'm going to just step out and say, good eve.
The figure kind of slowly turns its head towards you. And after a momentary pause, it kind of nods its head briefly in a greeting to you as well.
Yeah. I will say, I am Court, the Kraken Slayer, the Dragon Rider, member of the Evil League of Evil. Who are you? Yeah, boy. The yeah, boy was me, not Court.
So do you not step out and go, yeah, boy?
No,
No?
I don't do the yeah,
Okay,
boy bit.
right.
That's-
Okay, I have to just cancel all these attacks I've got
That's
queued
fine.
up. I just
Yeah.
have to delete. Yeah,
That's fine.
okay, yeah.
And the best part about that is all of those titles are self-given. So
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly not given them out.
no, this is just how Court sees himself.
Mhm.
Like I say, he is small man syndrome personified. So
All right. The knight kind of regards you for a moment, and then gestures to itself, and you hear the name Thoras as it kind of points at itself, and then stops for a moment, kind of looks back at the dragon and says, "Slain by dragon."
I see. And what is your purpose here? Was it Thorin?
Thoras.
Thoras.
I'm not going to keep doing the voice because I already need to cough after that, so I'm going to mute just one quick second. Yeah, I definitely made the wrong choice with that voice. Thoras kind of regards you for a moment, and then as he gestures to the dragon and gestures to the other side, he says, "I guard the crossing. If you would like to pass, answer my riddles."
Okay,
Ooh.
interesting.
I'm getting Black Knight vibes from High
I know, right?
Grail.
Yeah.
I move for no man.
I will say me and my party wish to pass.
Mhm.
What happens if your riddles prove too tricksy?
Without missing a beat, he just says, "I throw you into the crevasse."
That seems fair.
Who's wrong with you, traveller?
And-
Cole, can you make a perception check with advantage, please?
Ooh. Can try.
Can we just
No,
fuck
no, I
his
can't.
riddles off and just throw him into the crevasse?
He's
Yeah,
a,
you can if you
I
want.
mean,
you
he
know.
is
He's
literally
a
a
spirit, you know.
vector, so I don't know how you got
Cole, it's yeah, you got nothing. Sorry.
What about Divine Sense?
Ooh, divine sense. What does that do? You know the type. So this is undead. But not the identity.
Why have you not done this with Gene at any point?
Presence or place. Yeah, you can tell there is a gene close to you. Just detect the presence of any object. Ooh, that has been consecrated or desecrated. Okay, so as you kind of activate your divine sense, almost immediately, kind of, there's an overwhelming presence of consecration above you, and it's kind of pervading through the rocks a fair bit. Obviously, when you look up, you see stars, but you can kind of tell that there is a significant amount of consecration above you, but you can kind of tell that beneath you there is the exact opposite. There is an overwhelming amount of desecration down the bottom of this crevasse. And it looks like the consecration has attempted to be kind of spread over it and then stopped at a certain point.
Oh. I don't know what to make of that.
Indeed. I'm going to say, Ragnar, do you want to roll me... what is it you can roll with rocks? Is it history?
Yes, history.
Roll history with advantage. I know you've got, like, -4, but, you know, you never know. Yeah, it's a bunch of rocks here.
I do like rocks.
I don't know what I expected. Yeah, Ragnar, there are some rocks here. You notice that the rocks have changed colour. That seems weird. Yes, so you can Court, you said you wish to pass to him, right?
Yes.
Okay, you can approach and see what his riddles will be if you'd like.
I approach.
Okay. He dismounts off of his horse and stands in front of you. He kind of looks at you, he looks at Call, and then he says, "The bigger they are, the harder they fall. To test your strength, punch this wall," and gestures to the wall next to you.
I don't feel like that's a riddle.
Bigger they are.
So,
Ragnar, are you just going to immediately punch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Ragnar, you punch the wall. It's a good punch. The earth cracks. Nothing else seems to happen, and he appears to be just completely he doesn't react to that at all.
Can I examine the wall? What does the wall look like?
Okay, sure. Give me a investigation roll, please. It appears to be a pretty standard rock wall.
I would like to use luck.
Go for it, please. Sorry, hang on. If you're gonna use luck, I have to go and do this. So you know.
Yep. This is my first use of luck at the moment.
Go on then.
That's not much better.
It's not. So as you kind of survey the wall again, get a bit closer to it, have more of a look around, it just looks like a normal wall. It's a normal cave wall.
I am going to punch the wall, but quite lightly.
Okay, go for it. Give me just a melee attack roll, I suppose, or a strength check. Yeah.
Strength. What do I do? Strength check to that. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Well, I did want it to be light, I guess.
Yeah. So you kind of swing your fist to punch at the wall. I mean, you get the angle just completely wrong. You don't hurt yourself, but just it's a punch. It's just utterly pathetic.
Yeah.
And as your punch kind of lands, almost immediately the wall cracks in front of you. And the Thoras kind of nods and says, "Strength alone will get you nowhere. It is for the weakest to rise." As he nods again, he says, "You have passed my first riddle."
Oh, yes. Oh, beautiful. Okay.
He then says, "My second riddle. I am a king. I have the eyes, the fangs, and the hiss of a snake, but no scales and no venom. What am I?"
The eyes, the fangs, and the hiss of a snake.
The eyes.
It's got to
The
be
king, eyes,
is it a
fangs, and
cat?
hiss of a snake.
Sorry, Sam.
Yeah.
What?
It is.
Nice.
I'm going to say at that exact moment, Salem happens around a corner. And Thoras kind of gives this look of like, oh, come on. That is correct. The answer is a cat.
Yeah, boy.
You have passed his second riddle.
Cool. Outshining his 8 intelligence.
I know, right? Answer me these riddles 3.
Was Cole not actually listening to the riddle? It was just like, oh, there's some cats over there.
Turn around and like, oh, cats.
Cats.
Yes, with that, Thoros kind of remounts upon his horse, looks at you, and says, "How did I die?"
Oh. Well, you were killed by a dragon. That's what you said at the start.
How did I die?
Painfully.
Now,
Like-
you can
like
take the
a
opportunity
bitch.
to look at his...
Yeah,
you can
I will
answer
look
that if
at
you
it.
want. Yeah, so you can investigate and take a look around if you want to try and see
Yes,
if you can see
please.
anything else. Yes,
I was
go
gonna
for it,
say-
please.
Could I send Sheila into like the dragon's like ribs and stuff to kind of poke around in there, see if anything's still left in there?
All right, go for it. So 14 investigation from court. What does Sheila have an investigation roll, or does it use yours? I don't know what.
I'm not sure. It's up to
I
you.
think it would use yours, doesn't it? Because you share senses. So
Oh yeah, I guess.
roll
she's
investigation
just like,
for me. Yeah.
Thank God, because hers is -3. Oh,
Oh. Okay, so right. So I'll go with Gene stuff that he's able to see from that. You're able to see kind of inside of the dragon, kind of where you would probably expect maybe some bones to have been left over from a stomach or anything like that. There is nothing of that sort. There's nothing that indicates that it's eaten a horse or a knight or anything of that sort. There are, however, you can see kind of based on like some of the broken bones and stuff like that, it looks like this dragon was attacked from underneath by something that has, clearly has punctured and done enough to kill it. Something that possibly is now round about where the crevasse is.
mm.
Court, from your investigation of the night, you can't really make out too much, but you do realise that actually the saddle he's on this ghostly horse
Yeah.
is not the right sort of saddle for a horse.
Oh. Can I tell what it was? Why it doesn't suit a horse?
It looks far too large for the horse, and it appears to include kind of chains that you could use to kind of strap yourself in, which makes no sense for a horse.
So was he a dragon rider? And the other dragon attacked his and killed them both.
Is that your answer?
That is why I'm going to say I believe that you were a dragon rider and that you engaged in a fight with another dragon and that led to your demise.
With that, the knight will. The horse that's underneath him vanishes, and for the briefest of moments, you can see a knight in full armor riding atop a glorious dragon. The knight then kind of reappears in front of you, and he says, "Here she was, Whitemane, my beautiful, beautiful mount. We rode together, we died together." So you have successfully passed all 3 of his riddles. He will now answer any general questions. He will aid you on your journey, and he can tell you what else there is down here in the underground.
Can I ask him a question?
What's your question?
Oh dear.
How often does he think about frogs?
I'm gonna throw you into the crevasse, Andy. No, you can ask him how often he thinks about frogs
I'd
if
like
you
to ask
really
him
want.
how often he thinks about frogs.
He is going to turn, look at you, and say, "What's a frog?"
Oh dear. Oh, I'm not going to continue this conversation.
Yeah, good call.
Good call. I'm going to
Can you
ask
ask him
him.
about what else is down here? in terms of
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Is what's this other dragon that I can sense?
So he will give you a bit of a history lesson. In which case, so he kind of what he does is he encourages you to sit down and take in his tale. As he tells you that essentially many years ago, this was not a base of the Good League of Good. It was a mountain fortress for the Evil League of Evil,
Oh,
and that they were conquered by the Good League of Good and taken over.
That doesn't
and
sound like good League of Good behavior.
Well,
Conquering.
yeah. It was when evil was declared illegal, so it was more like the police came and rounded everybody up.
Yeah.
He and his mount were killed. But the Good League of Good, he says he isn't certain exactly what happened, but they unleashed something in one of their dragons. One of their dragons became very hungry.
They dug too deep.
Possibly they dug too deep, but they, in the attempt to save themselves from the Good League of Good, the Evil League of Evil empowered one of their dragons, and it seems to have gone wrong.
Okay.
There is nothing really left of the previous Evil League of Evil base. They have buried it. They have built over the top, but the anger still pervades through the entire kingdom of Undermountain.
Does he know anything about potential orphans being sacrificed to said power?
He has no knowledge of orphans being sacrificed to this power, no. But he offers to throw you down the crevasse if you'd like to check.
No, thank you.
What about the Emperor?
The Emperor, he tells you, is the one who led the attack against the Evil League of Evil here. I mean, yeah. And that it is through his magic that the anger underneath has been contained.
So if we were to get rid of the Emperor, would that release the anger?
Without a shadow of a doubt, yes. It desperately wants to escape.
Any hints on where we could find the Emperor?
I mean, you do have a tracker for the
to get to him. We can find him like.
Yeah. So he can give you. I don't have a map for these caves, but he can give you some directions to an area that he knows is used by the Emperor on the odd occasion, every 10 or so years, that he uses to get down underground and refresh the wards that he's set down here to contain the beast. So there is a way you can get into the royal chambers themselves from down here, and he can guide you to those.
The Emperor to break the wards.
Sorry?
So we don't need to kill the Emperor in order to break the wards.
You could go to the wards directly and break those.
Or we could break the walls and lure him down here. And kill him in the caves.
You could, yeah. These are all options available. Sorry,
Well, let's go down there and investigate.
Okay, he tells you that he can show you the quickest way to the wards if you'd like.
Ideal.
He'll throw you down the crevasse.
Less ideal.
You're starting to get the feeling that this guy really wants to throw somebody down the crevasse.
I mean, like, if we go down the crevasse, I do have Featherfall. But it's only up to 5 people that I can do that for. And there's more than that here.
Is it 5 people, including yourself, or?
Nope.
So that would be the party minus the zombies, I suppose.
I've got Featherfall as well, so I could just do that.
I thought you said it was 5.
No, it's just
like
5
plus
total.
you.
No.
Oh right, okay. I mean, you have 2 Featherfalls. That is one way you could get down. You would then have to get back up, but he can, he can give you enough pointers as to where you need to go.
How deep is the crevasse?
Oh, it's deep. As you kind of poke your head over, you feel this just blast of hot air coming from the crevasse. Even those of you with dark vision cannot see the bottom.
Let's work our way down then instead.
Are we talking
Yep.
like 500 feet, 1,000 feet, 2,000
Dunno.
feet?
Probably not 1,000 feet, but yeah, it's at least over 100 feet because I think that's as far as your dark vision as a party goes. I think, off the top of my head.
Are we going down the hole?
You can
We
go
asked
down
him
the
what-
hole,
we
or you
asked
can
him
take the
back
slow
up.
way. He tells you that there are paths back up, and he can show you.
Does he just
Alright.
come with?
You
He's
can
got
make
carbon
the offer to him
crevasse.
if you want.
Yeah, 100%. Like, who can
Come with
persuade
us and
us
seek
from the fact that we
revenge.
need a friend?
I was going to say, do you want to try and convince Thoras,
Mhm.
Dragon Rider, to accompany you? You can
Yeah,
certainly
I'm
make the attempt.
gonna say, "Come with us, friend," and we'll
Come with
see
us,
if
friend.
we can avenge
We
you.
will definitely not betray you.
He's a ghost and he's on our team.
I would like advantage because that is a lie.
That is a lie that you definitely will betray him, or
We definitely won't. No, wait. The fact we definitely won't is a lie because we may well do it.
Why would that be an advantage to persuasion?
how would that persuade somebody to be like, we definitely won't betray you?
Yeah.
I have the not so honest hat, so when I lie, it's better.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to allow it. Fuck it. That's such backwards logic. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It works for the not so honest hat. With a 29, you can see he kind of stops, looks at the dragon skeleton, looks at the crevasse, and then goes, "All right, it's been a while since anybody's come with. I can guide you for a bit, but I will not join you in combat."
DM says no.
But you do now have a guide.
Yeah.
That's
In the
very
form.
handy.
Spirit guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now I can jump down the crevasse.
Yeah. Do you want to jump down the crevasse then?
Yeah.
Honestly, probably the fastest way to get to the
Sure.
next place I want to be.
I mean, I think objectively, it is definitely the fastest way to get to the bottom of the crevasse.
Yeah. I'm gonna offer to let him throw me down the crevasse as I cast Featherfall on everyone.
Go on then.
You can see he does get a little bit excited by this.
Yeah.
Very gleefully grabs you by the scruff of the neck, and it isn't like he just tosses you into the crevasse. He's throwing you overarm down the crevasse.
Yeah. That's okay.
Tight spiral though, so you know.
Good. And
Alright.
I will cast Featherfall on people.
Okay, so
When we
is
all
everybody
jump.
jumping in as well? Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right then. You all joyfully leap into the crevasse.
Can I
Yep.
ride my steed?
Have you summoned your steed? I can't remember now. Did you? Summon
Yeah, I
your
did
steed?
it like before the fight.
You
last
did,
session.
didn't you? Yes, I remember now. Yes. Okay.
Griff-
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can just ride your steed down. Yeah.
And yeah, Griff has flying speed, so
Yeah. I mean, literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. As you kind of go tumbling down, some of you at well, I suppose all of you at like slow fall speeds, while kind of Cole just happily rides a griffin down, kind of next to you guys. After a few hundred feet of falling, the cavern kind of massively opens up beneath you. The heat that was kind of blasting up from it becomes stronger and stronger. And you can see a massive pool of lava
Oh.
is at the bottom of the crevasse.
Mhm.
Now, thankfully, because of where you're falling, you are going to land on ground. You do notice that there are definitely some old skeletons and blood right about where he's tossed you off. So there are other people he's thrown down this way.
Hmm.
But as you're kind of falling down, you notice almost immediately.
much rather as a guide if he's been tossing people off.
Well, that's the best kind of guide. As you're kind of arriving, you notice that out of the pool of lava are these columns, where it appears it's defying gravity itself and being pulled off in one direction. Not like that. Shut up.
Your choice of words this evening is not good.
It's not great. Either way, as you fall down, the lava is masturbating its way up.
Oh,
That looks
nice
cool.
and safe.
That's a
Indeed.
really cool bit of art.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So as you find yourself deep within the caverns, you can kind of see this beautiful structure of kind of lava being all pulled off in one direction. You get this feeling that that's definitely the way you should go.
Yeah.
And you, Dan, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Same for Ragnar and Nugget, please.
What saving throw?
Wisdom.
Oof.
Okay.
I would
Hey,
like to
yeah.
use my luck.
They may well get a buff.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we would. Assuming we're in his thing, but
You would have the luck, so that's plus.
Oh
How
my
much is it?
Oh, that wasn't any
It's
better.
plus
That was worse.
Jesus.
Oh,
Right. Does that mean have all of you failed this?
I mean, the best there would
You
be
didn't ask me to roll, so I haven't rolled.
10.
No, you don't have to roll. You're good. It's just those three. Yeah. So okay. Sorry, Sam.
Why have 4 people rolled?
It's because Dan used his luck
Oh, I see.
to roll again, which is 2. Just keep that in mind, Dan. All right. In which case, Nugget and Ragnar, almost immediately upon landing, both of you rage. You enter into your rage. So Ragnar, if you can roll your wild magic, see what you transform into, all the usual sort of thing. Well, you stayed as dwarf. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah. All right then. So yeah, almost immediately upon landing, kind of the two barbarians just completely lose control of themselves. And Nugget and Ragnar, can you both roll an attack against each other?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Just roll an attack, and yeah. Okay, so
That was
yeah.
one-sided.
I mean, Andy, does a 16 hit you?
I think so.
I don't
No.
think it does either. Okay, and Ragnar, does a 22 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so it's 23 damage, but it's halved by your rage. So it's only 11 damage.
Okay.
11. We round down favorably. So almost immediately upon landing, the two barbarians just start hitting each other, screaming. Ragnar, briefly, his weapon starts glowing and he starts throwing it. Okay, you're going to have protection from energy yourself. What do you have to choose what energy you protect from?
It's going to be fire.
It's going to be fire. I mean, you know what? That makes sense. Now, Court, as you land, you kind of feel this psychic presence that you felt before. Now it is much more extreme. And you almost you kind of zone back in and find yourself in a kneeling position.
Oh shit.
You're kind of able to kind of shake yourself back to control. The two barbarians, they kind of get themselves a little bit under control again. You're all kind of standing on a platform surrounded by lava. Just this overwhelming sense of anger has just passed through the whole cavern.
Just as a thing, Dom, in case it's relevant.
Yeah.
I do have advantage on saving throws to void or end frightened on me.
Okay, not relevant right now, but that's good to know.
It might come relevant later.
It might be. I mean, if there was a dragon here, but that would be really weird. Right, so you
Dragon
now...
Ross.
Indeed. You have sort of a choice at this point. You can explore the caverns further. You can head directly for where this lava is kind of congregating. You have got some options.
Can I use an ability?
Oh, yeah, certainly. What would you like to use?
One that I don't think I've ever used in a campaign
Divine
before.
Power. No, I have no fucking clue what this ability is. What is it? You...
Bonus action, gain back a spell slot.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, please feel free, basically, yeah. Very good.
I can do that twice per long rest.
Right. Apologies. Oh, come on, you bloody thing. Sorry, my thingy is being a pain right
It's all right.
now. Do the thing. Right, yes, there we go. Sorry.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. Yes. So, yeah, you can if you want to explore the cavern further, or you can just head directly for wherever wherever all the lava's being pulled to. Kind of the choice is yours. You can have a bit of a nosy about further if you'd like.
Can we ask the guide if the wards are at the location where the lava's all going?
So he tells you that the essentially what the lava is being pulled to is whatever is being contained, and actually this lava that's being pulled up, that is sort of where the wards are. There's some in the lava itself. This is one of the wards that you're in front of. Sorry, I thought I said that, but I didn't, did I?
Any,
No, I absolutely didn't.
Any
Sorry.
suggestions on disruption of said wards?
The knight has nothing for you. He just kind of shrugs and says, "Arcane magic." Now it's in the lava itself, so it's not really accessible for you. But
how big an Eldritch Blast would it take to erupt a volcano?
Fine.
There is only one way to find out.
Can someone cast Wish?
Oh, I swear to Christ, Ed, if you turn around and you've got Wish in your spell list, I'm throwing you in the lava.
Just since you mention it. But I do have a good old-fashioned Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so you fire a blast into the lava. It kind of, almost immediately causes a brief kind of burst as a kind of, almost a bubble of air forms out of it. And for the briefest moment, you can just see some kind of dwarvish runes kind of glowing ever so slightly, kind of around where the lava is being pulled. So for a briefest moment, you could see the wards, but otherwise they're generally obscured by the lava and smoke and various things.
I mean,
Anything else?
I don't really have much.
I think we can go in. Yeah, we just follow it, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
good.
Oh,
Okay.
just before we go, anything good in the skeletons that are around us? Anything worth picking up?
Nothing too major. You kind of find, a couple of gold pieces. We'll say 6 gold pieces, some old leather,
Broken weapons.
a lot of broken weapons, broken bones. You find one who it looks like quite clearly he landed directly on his face. The usual. Right, so as you are kind of going to head through the landscape following where this is going, kind of, observing it, you've got this kind of structure where all the lava kind of rises up and is pulled in one direction. It does then kind of arc down, and you can kind of vaguely make your way through these islands, navigating your way towards the direction of, sort of vaguely where it's heading. Can you roll me I'm going to go with a survival check, please. Me? All of you, actually.
Oh, survival. That would be a 12. I just haven't fixed my thing yet.
Oh, is it still okay? Right.
Yeah, actually, it's because I have to manually change them all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's they're not great rolls, lads.
Nope.
I mean, yeah, Ragnar found a way to have advantage, but
I'm trying.
He doesn't. So Nugget at the moment.
Oh, I haven't done that.
Oh yeah, roll it. Let's see. I might save you all.
No.
He won't. So Nugget, you're kind of vaguely trying to pick your way through the safest route. It's not that easy. There's no real obvious safe choice, to be completely honest with you. It's all just very much lava, kind of everywhere you go. But you think you found a route that sort of works. It's not the best, but it's not terrible. So as you kind of make your way through, sorry, I'm just fixing something.
Not great, not terrible.
It is definitely, it's in that Ronkins, kind of territory. Okay, perfect, good. You kind of find yourself navigating through various caves and passing through various. After a while, you're starting to feel that you've gotten a little bit lost and a little bit turned around. But as you kind of come onto a plateau with a significant open space in front of you, you realise that you've ended up a little bit off the kind of beaten path. But you do find, just by sheer luck, you stumble across what looks to be a camp that somebody has left behind. There's a small chair. There's a few books.
A chair.
A chair, a few books,
So-
a little what looks to be, you would almost call it, somewhere that somebody has cooked their food, but it's just a small enough pool of lava, and you can kind of see somebody has erected a cooking spit over the top of it. Whatever this is, there is somebody or something that has been down here and almost civilized it a bit.
I like chairs.
I mean, certainly you can go and have a seat on a nice chair.
Yeah.
I would like to sit on the chair first.
I would like to flick
Cute.
through the books.
Gonna run to the chair and sit down.
I'm gonna run against Court.
All right, you two roll athletics to see who gets to the chair first. Gene, as you kind of flick through the books, most of these are
Damn it.
Nugget is there and sat down before you're halfway there, Court. It's those froggy thighs,
Yeah.
Gene, as you kind of poke through the books, most of these are, you realise quite rapidly, they're just old history books. There's nothing particularly exciting here. You think you've probably read half these books yourself previously. They're not, they're. I've got to come up with a fake book name. Give me a second. My brain isn't working. I don't know. It's the history of the history of Finn's Hill. Tigor's Guide to Beard Maintenance.
The Kobold Collective: Democracy or Chaos?
By Mr. A. Kobold.
And the book has just got one word. Yes.
Chaos. Yeah, I mean it's a variety of different books that you're kind of realizing, like, oh, actually, like, there's some good stuff here, but it's nothing too special.
It's just pleasure, like reading.
This is definitely where somebody comes to just relax a bit.
It's not
like the Emperor.
There's no binding rituals in you. How to harness your ancient angry dragon.
Binding rituals in you. How to undo them. No, unfortunately, that book just no luck. But you do kind of you keep having a bit of a nose around. And can somebody roll me investigation to kind of have a closer look at everything here?
I can, but I don't have good investigation.
Let's see if it'll pay off finally.
Where are you?
I'll give him Isbrit.
Technically a 4. That would technically be a 12.
Okay, so we got a 12 and then an 8 from Andy. The only thing that you notice is, all right, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna allow Gene. Everybody else is kind of moseying about, looking at the chair, looking at what's been cooked on the spit. You happen to look up and realise that everything is angled for somebody to be sat on this chair, having some food cooking, and watching that pool of lava in particular. A particular pool of lava in front of you. This is all set up for somebody who has to spend a long time sat here watching, almost like they're on guard duty. You have a feeling that this might be where the dragon is. It might be under the lava.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a bit concerned that this is the second kind of dragon, be it physical or like psychic, that we found locked up and being harnessed.
Yeah, it seems to be a theme with these good boys.
Oh, you don't think this guy's being harnessed?
Well, yeah.
Well, he might be. I don't know. Yeah.
With my
Either way,
investigation
he
skills,
seems to be under the lava, so that might be a bit tricky to get to him. I personally have no way to like dispel magic.
I would like to cast Prestidigitation lots of times to try and clear up the lava.
Clean up the lava.
Okay, you can sit there repeatedly casting Prestidigitation, trying to clear up the lava, but it just keeps coming back. How much of this is there? Because what you can do like a 1 cubic foot.
Yes, I could chill it for
Mhm.
for 1 cubic foot of it. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's to chill, not to. That's for food, isn't it?
No, it says
1 cubic foot of non-living material
Yeah.
for 1 hour.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when you chill it, but I mean, chilled lava is just rock, so it doesn't actually help you see.
That's a good point. I'd like to flavour it instead.
you make the lava. I don't know.
Chili
peppermint
con carne.
flavored or chili con carne flavored. Sure. Would you like to try a spoonful?
No.
Yeah, that's a good decision.
So we're kind of stuck of finding the ship below the lava.
Well, you could, if you could possibly, you could try and communicate with it. You could try something else to maybe clear it, or you can move on. It completely is within your control at this point.
I have an idea.
Oh, we're summoning the devil, aren't we?
I could summon the devil.
There it is. Yeah. Okay.
Or
Yep.
I could polymorph someone into a lava golem.
Can you turn somebody into a lava golem?
I don't know. Is there a lava golem?
Are they?
Polymorph, I think, turns you into beasts. Golems aren't beasts.
What about a lava child? I'm just searching 5e tools.
Yeah, I'm no.
Oh.
Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. I've got to just quickly double check there isn't like a lava beetle or something like that.
There's a lava child.
I'm not letting you polymorph people into children, Tom. You'll get killed by Dan. So
Oh, yeah.
Hey, my last action was saving children.
yeah, you can't be like, hey, the amount of children I've killed is net neutral because that's just more
It
suspicious.
is.
so-
I've offset my carbon child murder.
You've bought
Child
child
murder.
credits.
Yeah. You know.
You're the worst kind of corporation. So at this point, you are kind of drawing a blank. You can't really see any kind of obvious way to either communicate with the dragon, to clear the lava, to anything like that. There are various points around you that have the kind of warding runes, but you can't seem to. You don't have any plans on what you want to do with that. Yes, Tom.
Could I transform someone into a fire snake,
Fire
which
snake.
has immunity to fire?
Oh.
I'm quickly just looking up the fire snake.
Or there
it
might be
has
something
got-
cooler.
It is an elemental, however.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
giant fire
Can we-
people.
So
But that's shit.
the
Mhm.
the runes that are near us, can we just fucking scuff them?
So the runes that you could see were essentially over the lava.
Yeah.
So
I like to throw stones in them.
do you want to just sit and throw stones at them? Yeah.
Just see if that does anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Just working some stuff out. You know.
Okay. As you kind of, stand there repeatedly throwing stones at kind of the various columns of lava, various things that you've seen that have got runes on them. Kind of as the stones hit, there is almost like a ripple effect where you can just see the runes briefly, and you kind of see it's essentially an intricate column of words that travel all the way up the lava, kind of guiding it exactly to where it needs to go. But I mean, so Ragnar can read the runes. Ragnar can read is more surprising, to be completely honest with you. And kind of he can regale that it's dwarvish. And it's almost instructional that whatever it is some kind of suppression, but I mean that's largely probably what you figured out.
Yeah. Is I'm trying to think.
Could we
Is there
write our
any
own
obvious way? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say, Richard?
Could we write our own runes? Make the lava do something else.
You can possibly try, yeah.
I could summon the devil, or I could summon a demon.
What's the
Okay.
plan there, Tom?
A demon is resistant to fire. Oh no, but not immune. Fuck. No, sorry. Ignore me. Carry
No,
on.
it's okay. I just think it's a not bad idea.
Yeah, you could certainly attempt kind of drawing your own runes.
Yeah. It's just right at the end of it. No. Or just kidding. But it's
Reverse.
Right. So you're just trying to, I mean, yeah, essentially, are you just trying to like reverse the lava?
Yeah.
Pull it away, sort of thing.
The dwarven rune equivalent of Uno Reverse, please.
Okay, can you, just because it's going to be funny, Ragnar Court, can you roll me Arcana, please?
Yes, I can.
You might be able to get other people in the party to help you out, but the first attempt comes from the two of you. That's surprisingly good for Ragnar. That. I mean, honestly.
It would automatically be a 12.
Okay, all right, okay. So you,
it's
the
still
two
that
of you together working. You know, Ragnar's telling you what the dwarven symbols are. You're coming up with what to do. You kind of put together some runes on bits of the books, kind of scratching them together onto parchment, and you're able to kind of repeat them and pass them into the pattern. They kind of awkwardly float on the top of the pattern for a bit before just kind of wilting and dying away. It doesn't seem to have quite worked, but you get the feeling that that's less to do with the idea and more to do with your execution.
I can summon a devil, which
Gene,
is
can you give us a hand? Oh, sorry, Tom.
I can summon a devil, which is immune to fire damage.
Mhm.
If that helps.
Depends what we do with it, really.
What would we do with the devil?
Should we first
Yeah,
try and see
we
if
have
we can get the
control of it.
runes changed? And then if we can't work, get the devil to go and fuck them up.
Yeah.
Can we just
Just
like
randomly shift them about to something.
can we just knock them out of alignment with rain?
That's what I was trying to do with the stones.
Can't you just use a knife?
I mean, I could try and blast it with some Eldritch Blast, see if that's
Yeah.
more effective.
Could do. I don't think psychic damage would affect an inanimate object. Otherwise, it would.
But isn't it the psychic knives still have some kind of physical mass, don't they?
No, they just do psychic damage.
So far,
psychic
everything
damage.
that you guys have tried has been either force or physical damage.
Oh, actually, let's try the psychic knife. Fuck it, why not?
Mhm.
Because I've just remembered that I heard like psychic, and it felt like psychic energy with these things. So I'm gonna yeet a psychic knife into it.
Go for it, please. Do an attack.
27. Tam, you
Excellent.
might be in a genius, and I might have just been a forgetful boy.
I mean, quite possibly. Give me a second. Yeah. So as you kind of conjure your psychic knife and throw it into the runes, very briefly, you get a burning image seared into your brain.
Oh, nice.
And you can't help, your lips are just regaling what you see. For a beautiful, gorgeous moment, you see a dragon erupting out of the fire, half fire
Can anyone else see
and
this, or
rock
is it just
itself.
me?
That's just you. That is what you can see.
Oh boy! Oh
and-
boy! I know who that is, Dom.
And just as quickly as the image came to you, it fades.
I'm just gonna look at everyone and be like, "So we're on to something," and then I'm just gonna start yeeting knives at all of them.
Do we say psychic damage?
Well, the psychic damage seemed to work. Yep.
Alrighty. Here comes big psychic damage.
Have you got big psychic damage?
I mean, big-ish.
Thing is, mine costs nothing to do, so don't expend too much in the way of spell stuff if you are okay with. It's okay if not, but if you've got.
What is this one?
Is that your
Oh, that's your.
my lance.
That's the lance of fuck you, Ed. Yes,
That's the lance that I've got him done.
indeed. So, yeah, all of you together, kind of. Yeah, Gene, you conjure your psychic lance. Salem, you say mean words about the runes. As
Sticks
as
and
you're kind
stones
of
will hurt my broke my bones, but words will never harm me.
you bombard the runes repeatedly with psychic damage, and you just watch as kind of each time they hit, every single one of you starts getting flashes and pulses of just something in your head. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. You just whatever this image is, it keeps coming to you, and you absolutely love it. You can't help yourself. You keep bombarding with more and more damage, and as you finally, the last of the runes seems to crumble and fall away. The lava that was previously flowing kind of freely throughout the cavern collapses down where it was. And out of the fire itself bursts the largest dragon that any of you have ever seen.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yep.
Jesus Christ!
He is held together by plates of metal.
Yeah, we dug too deep, boys.
his,
I can't leave.
his blood appears to be mostly lava at this point. And you can feel again that overwhelming sense of rage comes just absolutely bursting out of him.
Oh, let me just double check something.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Just saw Ragnar's post.
I'll give this a shot.
Yeah.
I was like,
Would
do you remember? I would just say, do you remember that? Do you remember that bastard of a dwarf? Maybe you should pay him a visit. He's upstairs.
what
Emperor
check
dwarf,
is it that it has to
specifically.
make for this then? It's a creature you can see, that can
Wisdom
see,
saving
hear, and
throw.
understand you. Okay then. Give me a second.
They might do very well.
What's the DC?
18.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's absolutely passing that. Now, almost immediately, you hear kind of the voice in your head. It's overpowering to all of you as you just hear the words agony. The dragon is in overwhelming amounts of pain, but is finally, you feel that rage just so ready to be channeled as the dragon, without really missing a beat, flings itself upwards and just crashes into the cavern above and starts smashing through the earth, heading directly for Undermountain. And that is where we will end the session.
Oh, just before we do,
Sick.
Yes.
I'm just going to turn to Call and go. I don't think you're going to get a call back from your squeeze.
Cole's just going to shrug. I was there for. Cole was there for a good time, not a long time.
Mate, Fitzpatrick. No.
What have we done? Oh dear.
Cool.
I feel like he's just going to swallow on the mountain hole on the way past and then disappear into space.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only real appropriate thing I can say is there is a song that I think is probably the most fitting for what you guys have just done. I don't have it loaded on this because I didn't anticipate this.
Is it Who
but-
Let the Dogs Out?
No, it's the end of the world.
Oh dear.
Or at least
Yeah.
it is for Undermountain.
You might say that it's probably what we've brought to Undermountain is some kind of cataclysmic event.
Oh, Dan, you need to shut up. The lawyers are listening.
I mean, God, if the lawyers are watching, you're already fucked.
Well, I mean, I'm watching, so you know.
Yeah.
Our one viewer happens to be a fucking lawyer for
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Uh,
Indeed.
I-
Well, yes.
I think I did it okay. So I identified that fairly quickly without
I
ever
mean,
having played any
literally
of them.
immediately got a message from Sam with a picture. Was it like, was it this? It's like, yeah, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I knew what was
haven't-
coming from the riddle guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I haven't
Oh, really?
played any of that expansion. I just guessed.
No, it's fair play. I mean,